What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be reacting to my 2022 AFL Finals predictions. I've already done my ladder predictions, so let's get into it. Alright, so first up, I'm just looking back at my old video and it says for the first qualifying final I tipped Bulldogs and Brisbane. Obviously this is based off my ladder prediction, so go watch that video if you haven't already. And obviously qualifying finals were Collingwood, Geelong, and were also Sydney and Melbourne, both at the MCG, so obviously that one didn't happen. Then for the qualifying final two, I had Melbourne versus Port Adelaide at the MCG. Obviously Melbourne, they did play at the MCG, but it was against Sydney. For the elimination finals, I had Sydney and Freo. Freo did play in one, but this one I had Sydney playing at the SCG against Freo. So that was pretty off. My second elimination final, I had Geelong and Essendon. And apparently by this video, I only tipped Geelong to beat Essendon by 1 point. So not only did I tip Essendon to actually make it into finals, I've tipped them to nearly beat the team that have come out as the premiers. So that wasn't very good. Then if we get into the semi-finals weeks, I had Brisbane taking on Sydney at the Gabba, and I had Sydney taking that one. So technically I've got Sydney into a prelim, which they were. Brisbane out in a semi, so that's one incorrect one. The other semi-final was Port Adelaide versus Geelong, and I had Port demolishing Geelong in the end, so that definitely wasn't correct. When we get into the prelim finals, you got Melbourne and Sydney. Now, it was like a prelim final, it was that good, but obviously it was a qualifying final. But it had Melbourne and Sydney at the MCG, Melbourne winning by 11. Obviously, Melbourne did not make the grand final. Then in the second prelim, I had Bulldogs and Port, and Bulldogs beating Port once again. So, obviously, I tipped the grand final to be Bulldogs and Melbourne. Now, it wasn't Bulldogs-Melbourne, it was obviously Geelong and Sydney, but I had Geelong getting out in a semi-final, and I also had Sydney bowing out in a prelim. So, there's kind of my reactions to my 2022 finals predictions. They were very bad. Obviously, I did an updated version, but I'm just reacting to the first version I posted on the 21st of Feb this year, when I just had no real idea. Nobody really knew. But, yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want me to do more of these in the future. And as always, subscribe. Thanks for all the support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.